Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a universal struggle you might actually be avoiding right this very second, maybe even by watching this. Yep, we're talking about procrastination. It's a habit we all know a little too intimately, right? That invisible force that just completely derails our absolute best intentions.
So, let's start with a question we've literally all muttered to ourselves at midnight, usually with a heavy dose of guilt. Why do we always leave things until the absolute last minute? Like, why do we constantly choose short-term comfort over our looming important responsibilities, even when we know for a fact we're going to regret it the next morning? Simply put, it's the habit of unnecessarily delaying tasks. But it's a lot more than just a simple delay. It's really this deeply frustrating pattern of active self-sabotage. It absolutely crushes our productivity at work or school, and it derails our long-term goals for basically no valid reason at all.
Now, the roots of this habit actually go back way farther than you might think. Just look at the Latin origins. Pro means forward and cras means tomorrow. You put those together, and the word literally translates to putting something off until tomorrow. So it turns out humans have always had a highly specific word for kicking the can down the road.
And we're definitely not alone in history here. I mean, ancient Greek philosophers like Aristotle were actively debating this concept of akrasia, which basically means acting against your own better judgment. Later on, Roman thinkers like Seneca were sternly warning people against wasting time. From ancient times, through the strict clock-punching days of the Industrial Revolution, right up to the modern era, humanity has literally always battled with unnecessary delay.
Every single day, we basically stand at a crossroads, right? We have to make a choice. We can either cave to the inaction of dawdling and foot-dragging, or we can consciously choose promptness and decisive action. The contrast is super stark, yet, let's be honest, we almost always choose that path of least resistance. It's fascinating how this whole concept just permeates our language and how it can actually shape who we are. It's not just a single action we take, like choosing to defer or postpone a project. No, it can quietly morph into an identity. When we delay often enough, we go from merely putting a task on the back burner to actually becoming the procrastinator. There's this great old saying, tomorrow is the busiest day of the week. And wow, doesn't that just perfectly capture the painful irony of it all? It's a total psychological trap. We keep kicking the can down the road, genuinely buying into this delusion that our future selves are going to be these absolute superheroes with endless discipline, ready to fix everything our tired present selves are avoiding. But here's the absolute game changer. Modern psychologists don't actually view procrastination as a time management failure, and they definitely don't think it's just laziness. Actually, scratch that. It's an emotion regulation problem. We delay because we're desperately trying to manage negative feelings. If a task triggers a fear of failure, intense anxiety, or just crippling perfectionism, our brains immediately look for an escape hatch. Procrastination is just a coping mechanism to avoid uncomfortable emotions, usually by hiding in super accessible distractions like social media or games. Fortunately, there's a way out of this doom loop. We can actively fight back using proven frameworks. Take the Pomodoro technique, which breaks your work into short, totally manageable chunks, or the 2-minute rule, where you immediately knock out any task that takes under 2 minutes. These are brilliant because they drastically lower the emotional hurdle to just get started. By making that first step incredibly tiny, you completely bypass the anxiety that usually paralyzes you.
So before you click away to your next digital distraction and let another day just slip by, I want you to ask yourself one tough question. What is that one absolutely critical task you're putting on the back burner? And more importantly, what is the smallest, easiest step you can take to start it right this second? Don't leave it for that mythological busy tomorrow. Let's take the initiative today.